10 years ago, I read a satirical article that I immediately thought was both genius and contained a worldview-changing idea. The title was this: Report confirms no need to make new chairs for the time being. And it was all about how we all have enough chairs in the world. The article was published on July 15th, 2014 in The Onion, which, if you don't know, is one of those websites that contains fake satirical news stories. This particular article about America having enough chairs contained some hilarious and memorable sentences. Here are a few of them that I remember. Quote, "A report released Tuesday by a team of researchers at the Brookings Institution has confirmed that the United States currently has enough chairs and there is no urgent need to produce new ones." Another one said, "According to our findings, many chairs are presently unoccupied and there is no reason people cannot sit in these empty chairs instead of buying new ones." And this one was my favorite. "Even if every person decided to sit down at the exact same time, there would still be an adequate number of chairs to go around." So funny, so clever. But more than funny and clever, it paints a pretty accurate picture of life today, at least in my country where excess is the norm. There are enough chairs. This is entirely true. And yet, for some reason, we keep making more and buying more. It is, of course, true for not just our country, but our home as well, in most cases. Look around your home. You've got enough chairs for everyone to sit down already. There's no need to buy any more. And yet, for some reason, many of us still will. Earlier this year, I attended FinCon in Portland. It's a conference for money-focused content creators. It was wonderful to catch up with some old friends and learn more about the changing nature of the internet. While at the conference, I met Angela from womenspersonalfinance.org, who told me that she has not bought any clothes for the last 8.5 years. None at all for the last 8 years. During our conversation on the opening night of the conference, she said, "Now that I've been doing it for so long, a lot of people just give me the clothes that they are getting rid of anyway." And then she said this: "There are plenty of clothes in the world." And I laughed to myself, thinking of the Onion article that I had read 10 years ago. There are indeed enough articles of clothing in the world today. And in our homes, the same is true. There's no need to make or buy any more for a while. And yet, for some reason, many of us still will. With that in mind, I thought it would be fun to create a list of 10 other items we've got enough of already. Items where, when you think about it, we have enough and there's no need to make or buy any more for a while. I created the list as satire, of course. I hope you find my list entertaining as you consider the absurdity of how many of these things we have produced in the world already. But there's also an element of truth contained in it. And once we see our excess in a new way, our view of the world and our home can begin to change. So here are 12 things that America has enough of already: chairs, clothes, coffee mugs. Number 4, baseball caps, throw pillows. You know it's true. Number 6, towels. Number 7, water bottles. Oh my goodness, the water bottles everywhere. Candles, hammers and screwdrivers. Number 10, pens and pencils. Number 11, food storage containers, or can I just say it, Tupperware? And number 12, for the kids, stuffed animals. And here are some of my honorable mentions that I thought of: phone chargers, suitcases, notebooks, shoes, gift bags, storage units, and decorative wooden signs with words painted on them. That is my list of 12 things America has enough of already. Is there anything that you would add to the list? Before you go, I want to mention something I'm really excited about. My new book, Uncluttered Faith, releases in February, and it's available now for pre-order. This book brings together scripture, research, and nearly 20 years of minimalism to show how owning less opens the door to a better relationship with God. If you've ever felt weighed down by busyness, clutter, distraction, or the pressure to keep up with the world, this book will help you find more joy and peace, purpose, a better relationship with Jesus Christ, just what he invited us to. So if that sounds helpful, I'd love for you to pre-order a copy today. It supports this message, and I think more importantly, it will encourage you in meaningful ways.